Brian Stelter is one of those liberal CNN hosts who is constantly trying to prove that he's smarter than President Trump. He claims he's trying to hold Trump accountable, but people know bias when they see it. He recently confided in a media colleague that he has concerns about how the liberal media looks right now. He should be worried. Newsbusters reports. Stelter frets stupid mistakes in media are amplified by some right-wing outlets to discredit the press. CNN's reliable sources host Brian Stelter invited on HLN's SE Cup Unfiltered host SE Cup for an illuminating 22-minute podcast released Friday dealing with conservative distrust in the news media. It featured solid points by Cup and complaints by Stelter that mistakes in the media have been unfairly amplified by some right-wing outlets as if the entire press is culpable. Unfortunately, there was no such discussion or acknowledgement by either one of them that a reason for conservative distrust in the media had been repeated instances of fake news, mass plagiarism, and/or scandals that did serious damage and called into question entire outlets. In reality, Stelter should admit that those instances and subsequent rehabilitations for offending parties only further damaged the media's credibility, but more on that later. Stelter complimented Cup for linking distrust of journalism and distrust of mainstream news sources to ownership and entertainment and Hollywood, right in that it's not just about whether a journalist and newsroom might have a left-leaning bias. He added moments later that folks like HBO's John Oliver, for example, has nothing to do with the journalism that's made by CNN. This, of course, he ignored the fact that such shows like Last Week Tonight are primary news sources for some consumers, and the thoughts of comedians like Oliver and Jimmy Kimmel are routinely held up in the press as moral authorities.